Okay, so we're just going to cream that together. And then once that's creamed together, we're going to add the chocolate and the cream. Right, I'll get a bit of heat going now for the copper pan. You can only really make praline in copper pans. Don't try it in any normal sort of pan. Or you can try like a non-stick frying pan would be okay as well. So all we need to do, heat up the copper pan, heat up some sugar, and pour the melted sugar onto some nuts. It's as simple as that. But as I said, we've got to get there yet. If anybody could have a little think of anything that they, I've done another menu as Liz shown, but I was trying to think of what sort of things people would like to see at a cookery demonstration. So I was going to mention it at the end, but if you can have a little think, it doesn't mean you have to come back again, but if you can give me some ideas for future for other people, or what sort of, I was trying to think what sort of thing would people like to see at a cookery demonstration, what sort of dishes. So feel free at the end to shout out some suggestions for me. Mark will take notes and we'll make sure they're on for the next time that you come. And if you do put a suggestion on, that means you will have to come, I'm afraid. So. Okay, so it's the egg and the sugar is going round. I've lost my spatula, there it is. And the chocolate's melted with the butter. And again, don't just put the big block of butter in because it takes forever. Chop all the butter up. And I'll use the little colettes of chocolate as well, the tiny little, as Madeline and Freddie call them, chocolate buttons. When they come into the kitchen, they sit on the side and they look straight up where the chocolate buttons are. And I say, no, nothing's going to be too good. Okay, and then all we do is just pour. Again, if you have it on too fast, it's going to go everywhere. And then just normal flour. Doesn't have to be self-raising flour. Now this mix, you can't. We can't use this one now. We've got some fondants in the oven now, which are in for 8 minutes, and Mark's got a little timer in his back pocket that he's about to, when those minutes are up, he's going to run in, and hopefully they'll be nice and runny on the inside. But that's the whole thing with doing the fondant. That's why it's a bit of a braver thing to do, really, when you're doing a function as such, or an amount of meals. It's okay if you're doing one on order in the restaurant, because you just put it in, you put the timer on. It goes around quite a lot, make a mess in the kitchen. Right, so let's have a go. Where's my sugar? I can observe here. Again, just cast the sugar. Okay, just want to get plenty of heat in there now. We want to turn that into a nice caramel colour. I'll turn this off now. Mark, could I just give you this? I'll just sort of bring this round. Hopefully I won't burn the sugar. So basically we've got a sort of a mix there, but it will need to harden a little bit, because if I poured that now into one of the moulds, it just wouldn't work. So it's a bit like a sort of runny cake mixture. Probably quite nice as it is now, just to eat this out.
Yes.
Right, I've got the hazelnuts ready to make the praline. And also, I'm going to make some chocolate sauce as well at the same time. Don't need to have much heat here. Oh no, it's started now. So we're going to make some chocolate sauce as well. Let's move this out of the way. Okay, chocolate sauce is literally the chocolate colettes and cream. That's it. Okay, the chocolate fondant mix that I was talking about, there's some that we made this morning. See now it's quite tacky. So now what we need to do is is now get it into the oven. I just didn't want it to it smokes. So the phone goes just as it's ready, and I'm talking away to booking a table in, and then I suddenly realise, oh dear, I've left the praline on. So it does go in. When we're busy and we're running backwards and forwards in the oven, and I'm putting chocolate fondants in, and I open the oven door and then I forget to wash my hands before that, and the next time we get to the oven door you've got chocolate, so we always try. I'm just going to quickly wash my hands. Sorry? No, I just want to keep my hands a quick wipe.
That's like a test. Yes. Yeah, very good. What do you say for your sister? Wait.
No, it's absolutely fine. I timed early from washing my hands to getting back. So what we're doing now, can you see it changing colour? It's difficult to, and normally I would make it like a load, but I didn't know how long it would take. But there, all we do now is just pour the caramel. Again, normally it's a tray full that we do, and it's really dangerous and... Okay. And then with that, I normally then leave that to rest. Whoops, I got away. I leave that, I open the window in the kitchen and I leave that out, and then all we do then, I can't make it now, but we just let it, it's nearly set already, but we put it in a rubber coupe, a blender, and it makes a right old racket when it goes around. But basically it looks, you can pick the whole piece up, it's like a big piece of glass, and we pop it in, and then we just rubber it until it's like a sort of powder.